Hello, my name is Emma C., and I'm an alcoholic, and today I'm celebrating 30 days sober with you. It's been a long time coming. I have been in and out of the rooms with a desire to stop drinking for 5 years. I first got sober at 19 and put together 2.5 years, and I certainly qualified then. And I know for sure I am an alcoholic. And it is the will of my higher power for me to not only get sober, but to stay sober. So, what it was like, what happened, and what it's like now. The first time I got sober, I was young and I had partied really hard in high school. I partied as hard as I worked. I was the 2-time state champion of speech and debate for dramatic interpretation. I was in all-state jazz choir. I was the president of my speech debate team. I was in honors classes. I got mostly A's. And I lived a double life. I was often diagnosed with DD and unable to stay sober enough to fulfill on that duty and would drive home in blackouts. I remember having a handle of pop-off vodka and biking through my hometown with a transfer student from Canada and singing our butts off as we biked uphill and took swigs of vodka. And, when we weren't drunk, we were writing music. And then I started dating somebody whose older brother was the vice president, I think, of a fraternity. So we drank with the college kids. I remember being very proud that I drank the college kids under the table during a game of 50-cup beer pong. I was the last person standing. And those 2.5 years I got sober before the legal drinking age, I did spend my 21st birthday stone cold sober at an AA meeting with my mom, who just celebrated 21 years this month. And those years of sobriety in my youth were the best years of my life. And when I was preparing to leave, I told myself, well, if I really am an alcoholic, I know where to come back. And let me tell you, it is not that easy and it is not that simple. When you get here, if you can, stay. And if you go out, please come back. The only requirement is the desire to stop drinking. And I'm so grateful for that tradition because I needed these rooms and I needed not to be judged. 2020 really brought me to my knees, and so began the 5 years that I stumbled in and out of these rooms hoping I could get sober. And what wasn't working is that I resisted getting a sponsor. I couldn't find the perfect sponsor. And I had enough knowledge of AA that I was resisting and not humble enough to just embrace what I needed to do. So what's working now is that I have a sponsor. I'm working the steps. I'm on step 3, preparing for step 4, and being of service. Commitments are an awesome way to help you stay sober, to help me stay sober. And then I do daily gratitude lists, daily meditation and prayer, and a nightly review. And that is what it takes. Constant, thoughtful effort. What we really have is a daily reprieve contingent on the maintenance of our spiritual condition. So if you're new or returning, welcome home. Worry, remorse, and morbid reflection are not useful tools. Shame and guilt are not useful tools either. And I hope that you can feel that you have value and you are worth it to end up in these rooms and to get sober, not only to get sober, but to stay sober. So I thought I'd celebrate 30 days with you all, as I've been wanting to write my story for Grapevine and haven't accumulated a year, and I felt I needed a year before I could be of service in participating in Grapevine. So I'm just deciding that 30 days is a milestone that I want to celebrate. and one day at a time, doing what I need to do, um, connecting to my higher power, following the direction of my sponsor, being of service, working my steps. I heard it said in a meeting that the formula is always the same, right? One, sponsorship, um, two, steps, three, prayer, four, meditation, and five, be of service. And you can chop it up however you want, but when it boils down to it, it's pretty simple direction. And it's just a matter of, do I have the humility and willingness to do what I need to do to get sober and to stay sober? So, happy 30 days to me and anybody else who's counting days and anybody else who shares 30 days with me today. And for all those who are celebrating a year or multiple thereof, one day at a time, one day at a time, I'm going to reach for the solution and build my spiritual armor so that I can charge this road to happy destiny with you all. Thank you for letting me share my story, and I'm sending love.